So for those of you who aren't aware, Mariameno is in Te Pāti Māori, and so this video that we're going to be watching is actually to do with her talking on the second reading of the 7AA bill, on the repeal of 7AA, and she's also actually introducing a new bill, which we will also have a look at. So I'm going to add that in. We'll do our fun little reshifty.
Minute window here, Te Pika, where the coalition government must listen to me even if they can't hear me. So, and it's to say this, to object profusely to this shockingly flawed, ignorant, trauma-informed, sanctimonious piece of legislation. It's a nonsense. When Dame Whina Cooper said not one more acre back in 1975, we saw our people rise to the occasion. We need only reflect on the change her words incited to understand what it means for our people in today's climate when I say not one more mokopuna. This poster sits on the wall in my office, and next to it another poster which reads 1/3 of mokopuna in state care, whakapapa to Ngāpuhi.
I just want to sit on that for 2 seconds. That number is heartbreaking. From one iwi. That is insanity. Just,
This reality means that mokopuna no te tai tokerau are left trying to fight alone in a system that denies the very essence of who they are and who they come from. This threat is aggravated knowing that without Section 7A, our tamariki will have their Māoritanga severed, despite the minister saying this, that there will be cultural components, that there will be cultural elements, as if culture is something you carve up and you compartmentalize, and then you expect that that might be enough culture and custom for the day.
We put some quarters on the wall, and it looks.
oh yeah.
This looks pretty. This looks all right.
No. You just get the kids to make a poi, maybe teach them a bloody 2 Tina Mai. You'll be right.
We sing Pokari Kariana all the time,
You know what? You're so right, man. Because all of that definitely, I mean, like, and that's the thing that I found just like, even in this part, it's just like, she's right. I grew up at Rotorua. I went to a school where we did have a lot of cultural aspects, but I didn't grow up with my culture. I didn't have that attachment and I didn't have that sense of my culture in me until I went and did it myself. So she's 100% correct. It's not, you can't just have it someone be, like, I'm also not just Māori. I am a multicultural child. Like, I exist in a space that is different from just being Māori or just being Pākehā or whatever the fuck else I am.
Yeah, particularly my middle school and stuff too had a lot of like multicultural sort of stuff going around, and tons of Māori like decoration, stuff like that. Tons of te reo words used, but I would not call it a Māori school,
Hell no, exactly, and that's what she's really saying there. We'll let her keep going.
Severed line will last generations. What the minister ignores or is ignorant to the fact is that culture is a protective factor.
And just actually, for anyone who's not sure what she means by that, it's actually a psychological protective factor. So there has been a lot of research that shows that culture can play a protective factor, and basically that means you're more resilient and less likely to, have negative impacts from stressors and less likely to suffer from mental illness and all of those things, because culture is a huge protective factor in the psychology of humans.
I wish that she knew that and would repeat it and think about that. Mr. Speaker, this House already knows what severed lines and broken generations looks like, because the AIC report told us so really clearly, that when you systematically divest and deprive mokopuna Māori of their culture, You make fodder and victims of our children, of families, of whānau. Dare I say, the apology made by the Minister of Education that day is already falling short of its promise to never do it again. In the removal of Section 7AA, the government seek to persist in the abuse and harm of mokopuna in state care, the theft of generations, an experience that many other Indigenous peoples across the globe have endured. Nevertheless, this theft has sparked a new wave of Māori activism. Removing our rights has only united our people. It is our job to serve and to do what is best by our tamariki and mokopuna Māori. Mokopuna Māori are our lifeline. They hold the key for our future as tangata whenua, and while state care continues to threaten their undeniable potential, we know that the return to us will be the right thing to do. Ngā puhi pai at Waitangi turned their back on David Seymour, his party and everything he stands for. We too, Pāti Māori, turn our back on David Seymour, the minister, and insist that they do the right thing and tear the bill up. Kia ora tātou.
Oh, I love when she speaks.
Yeah, no, she's lovely.
She's
Absolutely
so good.
powerhouse.
And yeah, so on the back of that, she's actually released a members bill, and I think this is the right. That's why I got to mute it because it's got
It's got
copyright
sexy music
strikes.
for Valentine.
Yeah. So yes, she's announced a members bill. It means basically it's trying to get sovereignty over mokopuna Māori and a huge kaupapa from Te Pāti Māori. So really awesome, and I love the way that she's kind of tied it in as like the next kind of iteration from not one more acre, and now it's not one more mokopuna. Like we've gone from.
Was that a marae she was at, by the way? I saw like some wood carving. It was very cultural.
It's probably
there was some kind of cultural thing. It must be a Māori place. It had Māori stuff.
Oh yeah, no, they've definitely got like tuku patterns on the fucking wall in Parliament, of course. I think they've got tuku panels in like most places to be like, look, here is a culture, we made one. Look, right?